At it again. So I came across this video that, I absolutely had to share with you guys because it is very, very powerful. And I think everyone needs to see a clip in a video like this. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking. With that being said, let's dive in.
Dear Kamala Harris, let's get one thing crystal clear. The vast majority of American men have no issue with electing a female president. Our issue lies solely with you. You were second in charge of California for 13 years.
As California's Attorney General, Harris promoted enforcement of a law that allowed prosecutors to seek jail time for parents of truant kids.
As a prosecutor and law enforcement, I have a huge stick. So I decided I was going to start prosecuting parents for truancy.
I thought that was crazy. I was like, how can you lock parents up?
If you don't go to school, Kamala's going to put you and me in jail. Yes, we achieved intended effect.
I opened the door and I see at least 7 or 8 cops wanted to arrest me. As a matter of fact, they did.
And frankly, the prosecutors in my office who volunteered to do this? My homicide prosecutors, my gang prosecutors. And they went over there and I said, when you go over there, look really mean.
She had me arrested and prosecuted because my handicapped daughter was sick in the hospital and had missed some days of school.
I learned that with the swipe of my pen, I could charge someone with the lowest level offense. That person could be arrested. They could lose time from work and their family maybe lose their job. They'd have to come out of their own pocket to help hire a lawyer. They'd lose standing in their community.
I lost my job and couldn't pay rent, and we got evicted.
Weeks later, I could dismiss the charges, but their life would forever be changed.
I became homeless. We had to move into a motel.
All because of the swipe of my pen.
I don't agree what Kamala Harris did to my mom. And I don't agree with what she's done to other parents as well.
You were second in charge of the United States for 4 years.
If anything, would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind in terms of, and I've been a part of most of the decisions that have had impact.
Inflation is hitting the highest level in 39 years. A record high number of illegal crossings.
Crime's been surging across the nation.
Huge spikes in homicide.
Could we be heading toward World War III?
After 17 years of failed leadership, you are now asking us to trust you as first in charge of our country.
I am concerned and focused on big issues. Elementary and middle school truancy is actually a big issue. If we're trying to save the state money. Because of truancy, California public schools lose $1.4 billion a year in funding. I want money.
My message to all Americans, do not trust Kamala Harris.
As men and protectors of women and children, you are simply a risk we are not willing to take.
Paid for by Maha Alliance and not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
Wasn't that amazing? A lot of great information. A lot of great stuff in there. A lot of great stuff, and I think a simple video like that could, end Kamala's campaign, right? Arresting a mother because her child was sick. How disgusting is that? How disgusting is that? And you heard the little girl speak there. I've actually got some more clips of that little girl, and I may make a whole separate video on that, but how disgusting is that? All for the love of the good old dollar. The good old dollar, all for the love of the money. Arresting a mother because their child was sick. Well, that's sick, that is very sick. Also want to show you guys this clip because Kamala is an absolute fraud, and we know that. We've seen it. Trump trolled her by, working at McDonald's for, an hour or however long it was, and serving fries and everything else. But, you know, she claimed to work at McDonald's and never did. At least I haven't seen any evidence of her ever working at McDonald's. And Trump's team apparently looked into it and couldn't find anything. And I believe even someone that works at McDonald's corporate even said that they couldn't find anyone named Kamala in the system at all from back then. So something interesting recently happened where a picture of Kamala in a McDonald's outfit recently surfaced on the internet. But because it is the internet and the internet's going internet, we found out that it was fake. Check it out.
I worked in McDonald's. I was a student when I was working at McDonald's.
The Harris campaign has been exposed for photoshopping Kamala Harris's face on a McDonald's worker from the 80s. Originally posted on Facebook to debunk the Trump claim that Kamala never worked at McDonald's, this photo has been fact-checked and the original image has been found via ex-fact-checkers. The original image is from 1983, this teenager's first day at a McDonald's job, who was the one that came forward when the photo was altered and said, wait, that's literally me. The photo seen side to side is obviously photoshopped and was likely used by AI to digitally enhance it, without even changing the skin tones or any other expressions. The Harris campaign did post this photo, though it was only up for 4.5 minutes on X. The Kamala HQ posted it. And after the fact check came on, they quickly took this down to pretty much prove that Kamala Harris never worked at McDonald's. This is a huge victory for the Trump campaign, who he actually recently worked at McDonald's, as he's currently at a 74% chance to win the election based on poly-market odds. But we've seen in the past these odds can be misleading and can go either way. Make sure to follow me to stay in tune with stories such as this as we...
They tried it and they failed miserably. Absolutely failed miserably. But I want to show you this clip of Kamala sitting, and she did not think any cameras were looking or pointed at her. And you all tell me, does this look like a candidate or a person that is currently winning in the race for president? Y'all tell me if this looks like someone that's winning. Check it out. Does that look like somebody with ultimate confidence? Doesn't to me. Not at all. Not by a long shot. Not even close. That looks like someone who knows that they are up against a mountain and they have zero ability to climb it. That looks like somebody that is up Poops Creek without a paddle in sight. And their ship is sinking. But I also want to show you guys this, because something interesting is happening in North Carolina under Kamala's leadership, because we know Joe Biden ain't running the show. Check out this clip, and I'll have something to say afterwards.
Well, here they come. Everybody's coming in. We're all going on strike. Raise them booms! Everybody raise them booms! Nobody's working or doing anything. So, sorry, Asheville, we're here for you, but at the same time, we're here for our families. So if we are not getting paid, we are not doing a single thing, we are not lifting a single hand. It has been 8 weeks. We have not gotten a single penny. Some of us are sleeping in our trucks and our vehicles because they won't even release the per diem, at least, for us to cover our housing. So we are putting our booms up all together, and none of us will be working until some type of money is paid to us. Enough is enough.
Yeah, so you heard that there. The the workers there, the linemen in North Carolina, have not been paid since they have started working. And this is under Kamala's leadership. Now, you can't tell me. So, and I made a whole video on this before. So if you want to check it out, definitely, I encourage you to go check it out because there's a lot to it. But the hurricane mainly went through red counties in North Carolina. The response was extremely slow. And we saw, I showed all the video clips in the past video. The response was extremely slow, which I felt was on purpose. And then even once they were there, it was kind of weird because people were signing up, which Kamala said, go on the internet and sign up or call. Like, people have phones or computers to readily use to do any of that. But the few people that did, there were some folks who managed to do it, but they were getting denied. Makes no sense, right? They just got the house swept away down, some river that randomly popped up because of the hurricane and the surge and whatnot, and they get denied aid. And it was only $700 at that, so I feel like that should just go to everybody. Just $700. But not only that, we go a step further. Now the people that were there, the linemen, to fix everything, to fix, the power, to get power back to that area, they haven't been paid. So now they're going on strike, which I don't blame them for that, right? Get your money. Get your money. Don't let anybody take advantage of you. Now, would I like it for them to keep working? Yeah, because we got an election coming up and North Carolina is going to be important. But I understand where they're coming from. I think this is being done on purpose. Y'all let me know. This is a disgusting act, in my humble opinion, that Kamala wanted to do because she wants to ensure that she wins North Carolina. And you can go back to that video, and I said this. I was like, North Carolina scares me because of the response. I think it's done intentionally. And here's another thing where I'm like, yo, why haven't they been paid? They get paid every other time there's a disaster, anything happens, they get paid. No issues. Now, all of a sudden, that they're working around these red counties. I don't believe Asheville is a red county. I believe that's a blue area, but I could be wrong. But they're working in all of these areas, right? I believe Asheville is in the middle of a bunch of red. And now they're not getting paid? Interesting. Very interesting. So now, a lot of these places won't have the power that they should have or otherwise would have had. And the election is right around the corner. I mean, it's literally next week. I think that's being done intentionally. I'm sorry. I think it is. Kamala is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And I say Kamala because, once again, we know Joe Biden ain't running the show. We know he's not running the show. Make no mistake about it. He ain't the guy running. In my humble opinion, right? I don't think Joe Biden's the one running the show. It's Kamala. I mean, she is the vice president. And if she's not running the show, then that's an even bigger problem because she's the second in command. She should be the one to step up to, man the ship, so to speak. So, where you at, Kamala? Why aren't these guys getting paid? I know. It's for political purposes. That's just my humble opinion. What do you say? Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.